Let's go, let's go. So we officially have an international call, and it's interesting because this kind young lady, Unica, who's been on board for just I don't know if she's hit a year yet. She loves to make my calls international calls. I'm always excited to hear her voice, and I'm super excited to run with you. Thanks for joining the call, Unica.
Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you next week sometime. I'm coming to Atlanta.
Let's go.
This is Carrie calling from the Big Rock.
Awesome, Carrie. Thanks for joining the call. Thanks for joining the call. All right, perfect. So check this out, guys. Without any further ado, oh, you know what? Let me stop being rude here. My bad. I didn't realize I wasn't showing my face. Awesome. So, guys, hopefully this light in the back is not too distracting. Maybe I can hit you guys like this. Perfect. Perfect. So listen, I'm super excited. I'm here at this restaurant. I've been stuffing my face all day. I've been making money from my phone and my computer today. And now it's getting ready to be karaoke night. So after I share some information with you guys that can literally take you from A to P, I'm going to pick up the mic and act a fool a little bit, right? So since I'm only allowed to work for about an hour a day, I don't want to be long at all, but I do want to be strong. And I want to give you guys some information that can literally enhance your life, right? I want to say change. I hate to say change because, you know, you could walk out your house right now, God forbid, get hit by a car, lose your legs, and now your life is changed. It's not necessarily for the better, but now it's changed. So I don't want to say change, but I do want to share some information with you guys that if you take heart attack serious, it will enhance your life, all right? So let's stick with enhance your life. Now, I won't be long, like I said. I was going to show you guys a visual, give you guys some straightforward information. But what I want to do, mute yourself. It's all good. What I want to do is I'm going to share the chart. All right. And when I say the chart for my beginners on the call or people who are new to this information, I'm going to share with you guys how we learn how to read the market and capitalize from it. Okay. Now, when I say the market, let me go ahead and share my screen because what we do is 90% visual. So if you're taking notes, whether you're new or whether you're a guest, make sure you write that down. What we do is 90% visual. All right. You have to see it. You have to see it. So that being said, let me share some stuff with you guys. Now, if you're following along with me, I'm on tradingview.com. And TradingView is just the way that you can see this market. And when I keep referring to it as the market, I'm talking about the foreign exchange market. Now, if you've never heard of the foreign exchange market, for short, we call it Forex. Okay? As a matter of fact, if you can see my screen, just say we can see it. That way I know you guys can see it.
I see it.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So when we're talking about Forex, we're talking about the foreign exchange market. What Forex is simply one country's currency exchanged for another country's currency, and profits are made off of the exchange rate. All right? You can trade any currency. Currencies like the US dollar against the Japanese yen, or the euro against the Great British pound, or even digital currency like Bitcoin against US dollar. So my internet where I'm at right now is a little bit slow. You guys have to bear with me. As a matter of fact, I might switch. I might get off this Wi-Fi and jump on my hotspot. So bear with me. But you can trade any pair, including cryptocurrency. All right. Now, when you talk about Forex and cryptocurrency combined, we're talking about a $7 trillion a day market. And I'm going to say that again, a $7 trillion a day market that you can access from any device. All right. Now, the first part of this call, I'm just literally going to be sharing with you guys what it is that we do and how we learn. But at the second part of this call, we're actually going to look at this market together and we're going to look for an opportunity to make some money. As a matter of fact, if you're okay with that, let me just hear your voice and say, I am.
I am.
Okay, with that.
Perfect. I just want to, as long as I hear at least one person, at least I know you guys are listening, right? Because this is a conversation. I'm not talking at you guys. I'm literally giving something to you. I'm giving something to you. And for the guest on the line, I'm not selling you anything. All right, we're literally not selling you anything. You got on this call for free. I'm going to show you guys literally how you can take as little as 10 cents and grow that to $1,000 in a week. I'm going to show you that and on a particular pair. But before we go into that, how in the world did we learn this? Well, myself, along with a few other people on this call, we paid $225 one time so we can learn how to multiply our money. It only costs us $165 every 30 days to continue this subscription. Now, I don't know if anybody on this call went to college, but if you were to go to Georgia State to learn this information, you're going to pay $30,000. And I'm not saying that because it's a ripoff, right? I just want you to understand the numbers. The CEO of this company, right? This company, which is iMarkets Live, has been around for 6 years. As a matter of fact, we just hit our 6-year anniversary on July 4th. So happy birthday. If you know anything about business, you know most businesses don't survive their 2-year mark. So 6 years, the CEO, he saw an amazing platform where he said, you know what? Let me take this trillion-dollar industry, make it affordable for the average Joe Schmo, where you could just pay $225 and get access to $1 million education, right? The CEO of this company, if you wanted to sit down with Christopher Terry and learn this information, he's going to charge you $10,000 to $15,000 for a weekend session. So you get access to this for a discount. Not only that, you have the option of getting your subscription completely free, right? It's completely optional because a lot of people see the value in paying $165 every 30 days just so they can make $165 every single day. But if you're that type of person, you're like, look, I don't care how much money I'm making. I don't want to pay no money. I get it. You can do that, all right? And I'll tell you how. So I paid $225. It gave me access to education, iMarkets Live. And just for 30 minutes to 3 hours a day, all I have to do was watch some videos, pay attention to a private WhatsApp group. As a matter of fact, if you're on this call and you're in our private WhatsApp group, just say, hey, I'm in that group. Let me hear your voice real quick. I'm in that group.
I'm not on the WhatsApp group.
I'm in the WhatsApp group. Love the signal.
All right, I heard somebody say you're not in the WhatsApp group. So what we'll do before we get off this call, if you are on board, if you're on with TradeNation, let's make sure we send you that link so you can plug in. Because that's one of the things you get with our community is support. And we put you guys in these different groups so that you have optimal support. Because listen, everybody starts this journey for themselves, but they're not by themselves. So you want to make sure you're in that group. So if you're not in that group, I heard your voice, let's make sure we plug you in so we can take you from A to P. Because as long as you can check your phone 2 to 3 times a day, you have people all around the world like Bermuda, like Japan, like America, like Nigeria, like UK, like the Caribbean. We have people all around the world that is looking at this chart. So while you're working your job, while you're in the back of Uber, while you're picking up the kids from daycare, somebody is looking at this and they're giving you signals. What is a signal? A signal is like what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks that we've been on this call. I've been given opportunities to make money with the US dollar and the Japanese yen. So we've been making money on this particular pair just by showing up to this call. All right. And I'm going to show you guys how we did it. Now, I'm going to talk about some basics. All right. We got different levels of traders on this call. All right. Some people have already gotten started. Some people just want to get some information. So I'm going to talk about some real basics, the things that you would learn when you watch the first few videos when you get started with the IML Academy. All right. So I'm just going to write some notes here. And if you have any questions while we're going, just hold your questions to the end because I want to make sure I answer all of them. And no question is a stupid question. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is candlesticks. Matter of fact, we'll talk about a pair. We'll talk about candlesticks. We'll talk about trends. We'll talk about pips because that equals the money. Pips are important. That's the money. And let's talk about, I want to go into a quick strategy because I want to show you guys how simple it can be to make money, right? Now, I'm not going to say this is easy, but that's another thing we're going to talk about. Hard versus easy. I won't say it's easy, right? But a lot of people like to ask that. They say, man, is what you do hard? Is what you're doing hard? And I always like to reply with this, because when you calculate what's hard and what's easy, this will make it super simple. Working a job and hoping to retire at 65 to me is hard. I don't know about you, but to me it's hard. Let me tell you why that's hard. Because I'm 30 years old. I'm grateful to say that I'm already retired. And I'm not saying that to brag because now my goal is to help as many people get free just like I did. Now, It's a myth that it takes age to retire. So if you're taking notes, write that down. It takes money to retire, not your age. Because if you're on this call, if you know somebody who's 65 or more still working a job, just drop a 7 in the chat, right? I don't even need to hear your voice. Just drop a 7 in the chat. You know somebody who's 65 or more still working a job. Because that right there tells you that working a job for 40 years and retiring at 65 is a myth. But like, that's really not true. So to me, that's hard, all right? Another thing, most people who only work one job only have don't have $1,000 in their bank account right now unless it's payday or tax return. Now, today is Friday. So most people might have $1,000 in their bank account. But unless it's payday or tax return, most folks don't have $800 in their bank. To me, that's hard. All right. Now, learning a skill that I can access a market from any device, whether it's my Mac, like I'm on right now, whether it's my phone, whether it's my tablet, a $7 trillion a day market that I can just take the same thumbs that I text with, push a button and grow money. Yeah, to me, that's easy. Now, everybody doesn't share the same mindset. So I always like to talk about mindset before I dive into trading. But today we're just going to talk about the basics. All right. Now, you're not going to be on this call and after this call, you understand everything there is to trading. Understand that I've been at this for 20 months. Now, even though it started to click for me month number 3, write that down, right? Because everyone's different. Even though it started to click for me month number 3, I've been at this for 20 months. And in 20 months, TradeNation, which is my organization, our team, we've helped over 70 people make 6 figures. We've helped over 800 people make $50,000 and 7 people became millionaires. So I'm not one to brag on how much money I've made, but I'm not humble at all on how much money I've been able to help other people make. And the goal is to help everyone on this call, if you're already in, to make 6 figures at minimum in 52 weeks or less. As a matter of fact, if you receive that, just say, I received that.
I received
that.
Okay, perfect. So for the three people that I'm talking to right now, right, since I only heard about 3 voices, for the 3 people I'm talking to, just make sure you pay attention, all right? And make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're taking notes, all right? So real quick, let's talk about a pair, because I'm going to run through this. It's going to seem like I'm going very quick, but this call is being recorded, so you can check it out later on YouTube, or the person that invited you, just tell them to send you that recording if you need to see something again. So let's talk about a pair, because this is how simple Forex is, right? The smarter you are, the harder you'll make this. So what's a pair? Because what we trade in Forex, when we're trading currency, we trade pairs, okay? What's a pair? A pair is right here. You guys are following my cursor. A pair is any currency against another one. In this case, the US dollar against the Japanese yen. You can trade any pair. We can trade the Canadian dollar for the Japanese yen, all right? Computer's a little bit low loading up, but what it's going to do is populate. There you go. Okay. We can trade the euro for the New Zealand dollar. Okay. I can trade the US dollar for Jamaican dollars, which I wouldn't suggest, but you can, right? So just know you can trade any world currency, okay, including cryptocurrency. So you can trade digital currency. If you don't know what cryptocurrency is, that's also part of our education. Because guys, the only thing we offer with iMarkets Live, right? They don't trade for you. You don't put your money in this company. They don't make money off your profits. We are education. We simply produce millionaires. So iMarkets Live is going to teach you how to trade. You apply that skill, and from there we just meet you at the bank or the beach. So you got a pair, right? Any currency against another one. Let's talk about candlesticks. Well, candlesticks are, when you look at this chart with me, guys, you see purple and you see blue, okay? These purple and these blue lines, these are candlesticks. And all they're doing, if you look on the right side, this is the price that these candlesticks represent. So what do I mean? Right now, we're on the 1 hour time frame. If you guys look right here, it says 1 hour. When I click on it, it says 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. Right now, we're on the 1 hour. That means that each one of these candlesticks takes 1 hour to form, okay? So an hour from now, you'll see another one form here. An hour after that, another one will form to the side. That's how all these form. So when I put the mouse over these candlesticks, you'll see the time, the corresponding time and date at the bottom, right? Who does not see that? Say, I don't see that. If you don't see that, you see the date and the time at the bottom. Perfect. All right. So every hour, another candlestick forms. And if you look to the right, it tells you, just like this yellow line is right here. See, price is right here where this yellow line is. If I take it to the right, it's telling me exactly where that price is. US dollar JPY is sitting at 107.886. Okay. So I can look at this on the 4-hour time frame. And all that means once this thing loads up is that every 4 hours, each candlestick is going to form. It's the same exact pattern, guys. It's the same exact market. All right, hopefully these lines right here doesn't matter of fact, I'm going to clear all that off. Even though I could have used my list there, right? And the internet's a little bit slow. You know what? Let me jump on my hotspot real quick. See if this will help out a little bit. Because I want to see more of this market. I want to see more of this market. All right, perfect. And just to make sure, can you guys still hear me? Can you guys hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I just switched the internet. Perfect. So you guys see how price came back. So we're on a 4-hour chart. That means when I zoom in, it takes 4 hours for each one of these candlesticks to form. So we like to look in the past to understand what's going to happen in the future. So all that means is zooming out and dragging the mouse to the side. So I can go all the way back, notice, to November 6, 2018. I can go even further back than that. All right. And this is something that we do often. We look at what's happening in the past so we know what's going to happen in the future. Because that's what trading is. It's literally understanding the trend and making a move before it happens. That's all investing is. So write that down if you're taking notes. Investing is understanding that a trend is happening and capitalizing on it. So there's two types of people in this world. There's people who know and there's people who don't. Period. What you do with that information once you quote unquote, you know, literally determines how your future unfolds. All right. So I can look at this all the way on the day chart. Right. That means that every single day, a whole new candlestick forms. That's all that means, guys. All right. So I'm going to put my list back up here just to keep me a little track. So we talked about pairs. We talked about candlesticks, right? As a matter of fact, I got one more thing I want to talk about on the candlesticks. So I'll leave that. Candlestick. Let's talk about trends, pips, and a strategy.
And risk management.
Strategy, right? So one more thing on candlesticks. When we're looking at a candlestick, notice a candlestick is made up of two parts. You have a body and you have a wick. A body is going to be this solid portion that you guys see here. Let me find my brush. Notice this portion right here, this thick portion, right? If we're working with this candlestick right here, give me an arrow. If I'm working with this candlestick right here, right? If I look at just this thick rectangle, that's what we call the body. When we look at this line that's way out here, this line, guys, that's what we call a wick. Now, what's the significance of the body and the wick? All that means is that price, if we're looking at this blue one right here, price spent most of its time within this range to this range. All right? So if I give you two lines right here, price on this particular candlestick spent most of its time between this point and this point. That's why it's solid. So it spent most of its time between 109 and 108. But when we look at this wick, right, which is this line that's extending the body, that just tells us how high, in this particular point, how high this candlestick went. In this case, this candle went all the way right here, right? So it went all the way to 109.861. So why does that matter? That only matters because if we're looking at this chart, we can just see at a glimpse, right at a glance, okay, I can see how high price went right here, right? So if I want to look at current price, this is happening right now, right? Actually, the market is open. Write this down. the market is open 24/5, 24 hours, 5 days a week. So Friday at 5 p.m., the market closes and it opens back Sunday at 5 p.m. But cryptocurrency is 24/7. It doesn't close at all. So since we're looking at regular currency, this market's already closed. But right now we can see that this market had went all the way down to this point, 107,804. And it's been all the way as high as 108,586. So that may not mean anything to you right now, my students who are just writing this down, but just be aware that you're going to hear this again. It just tells you how far price has been. Okay? So that's how you look at your candlestick. It's that simple, guys. We can dive into that more, but it's that simple. All right? Now, where's my notes? So that's candlestick. So what's a trend? Right? This is how we get paid, by predicting a trend. So make sure you write that down. Listen, guys, the market is very simple. The market goes up, down, and sideways. And I'm going to demonstrate that for you. If you can't see that already, let me demonstrate that. So if we're looking right here. Oh, and here's a key factor. You can make money from this market, whether the market's going up or down. That's why we don't care when Bitcoin is falling, right? The uneducated person to tell you, oh man, it's too late to invest. Bitcoin is dropping. Good. I don't care if it drops to hell. We're going to make money as it drops. And this is so serious. That's why you got to stop asking your broke friends how to get rich. You can't ask people who don't qualify how to do it. Don't ask your lawyer about your knee pains. So don't ask somebody who doesn't trade how to trade. It just doesn't make sense. All right, we got to stop doing that. It's just not smart. So the market goes up, down, and sideways. The market goes up. It goes down. It goes up. It goes down. It goes up. I mean, I can't make this stuff up, guys. You're looking at this right now. It goes down. The market goes up, down, and to the right. Okay? Up, down, and sideways. This is so important. So, how do we make money? Well, a trend is literally if we see the market going up, down, or sideways. So, for instance, if we're looking at this market at this point, from here to here, I want somebody on this call to tell me, does this look like an uptrend or a downtrend? Just curious.
Down.
That's a downtrend.
Perfect. Okay, that's it. That's a downtrend. We're not going to make that any more complicated. When you're a seasoned trader, you hear people say that's a bearish trend, or that trend is bear, or the market is bearish. This is just trading lingo. You don't need to know that to make money. You just need to know that to be able to converse with another millionaire. Okay? So if the market's going up, same thing. It's literally just seeing that the market's going up. All right? Now, there are more specific terminologies to this, like series of higher highs and a series of higher lows, right? Or a series of lower highs, right? Let me show you guys real quick what that means. Let me give you a little visual here. Right? Because this is a high point. Because remember, the market goes up, down, and sideways. So that's a high point. Here's a high point. Here's a high point, right? I'm telling you guys, we literally get paid to color. An 8th grader can do this. So all you're doing is looking at that high, looking at that high, looking at that high. And guess what? Each one of these highs, how do I know it's a high? Because it goes down after that. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. All of these highs are lower than the previous high. It's a downtrend. That simple. Let's keep it simple. As a matter of fact, write that down in your notes. KISS. It stands for keep it super simple. I'm being nice today. Right? So that's a trend, guys. Oh, one more thing. There's a such thing as that's called a sideways trend. All right? Remember this. The trend is your friend. You always want to trade with the trend. But when the trend is going sideways, we don't trade there. What does a sideways trend look like? That's when you see the market mainly going sideways. Now, I don't see too many sideways trend on this day chart, but you could kind of say that this area here was consolidation or a sideways trend. The market's not really going up or down. It's going sideways. It's easier to see on a smaller time frame. Let me just jump down. Let's say to let's go to the 1 hour. Look at this. This is perfect. See this? The market consolidated here, guys. It was going sideways, and then what? Boom, it blew up. Somebody got paid. Somebody's mortgage is done right here. Somebody's mortgage is paid. This is so important. You don't really need a lot of movement. You don't have to catch the market from here to here to make big money. Write this down. Because this is how you make 10 cents. This is how you turn 10 cents to $1,000. You don't need to go way up here. Literally, from right here to right here could be money, guys. From right here to right here is big money. Or if the market's going down, you literally could get in the market right here and get out right here, and that's your mortgage. Oh my God, thank you God I got on this call today. Thank you God I got on this call today. This is serious. This is serious, and all you have to do is take this heart attack serious, and I'm just gonna meet you at the bank of the beach. Listen, when the market's going sideways, we do not trade. We call that consolidation. The market is confused. It doesn't know if it wanna go up or down. So what we do, write this down, we wait for a breakout. We wait for a breakout. What is a breakout? I'm going to show you what a breakout is. If I take two horizontal lines for my tools on the side, I put a line right there. Let me make this brighter. How about orange? Sticking it up some. Let's get this one. So right here, guys, in this area, we'll tighten this up. We'll say right here, right? In this area right here, I'm working in this area right here, right? The market consolidated. It was just going sideways. When I say we're waiting for a breakout, the market is stuck in this zone. Look, it doesn't want to go up or down past this area. And then look, it breaks out. That's all that is. So this is a breakout. We wait for the breakout, and guess what? We want to catch this uptrend because it started trending up. We enter what we call a buy. So write that down. Yes. When you want to make money as the market is going up, we call that a buy. When you want to make money as the market is going down, we call that a sell. Because again, you can make money whether the market goes up or down, right? So in this case, when you catch this breakout, you make money. That's not what I want. When you catch this breakout, you make money as the market goes up. So it broke out from this zone. Perfect. Now we want to trade. We make money as this market goes up. So going into the next thing, pips, right? What is a pip? A pip is how we calculate our money. So let's say you got in this market right here, and you got out right here, right? So I'm gonna make this line blue. We'll say you got in at blue, and let's say you got out the market at green, right? This is what pips are. This is super simple. Don't miss this, all right? Because again, these numbers on the side is just your price. How do you know how much money you made if you got in the market here and got out here? How do you know? Well, you have to calculate your pips. Now, the easy way of calculating your pips is using the tool. You just go to the side here, you click on this ruler, and when you click on this ruler, you go to where you want to start, and you just click, boom, and you drag the mouse up to where you got out at, right here, and I just click it again, boom, that's it. I move my mouse, notice that this stays here. We're looking at this right here to the side. Who can tell me what that number says? That way I know you guys are still awake. Right here. What does that say?
60 pips.
60 pips. 60 pips.
60 pips. So at 60 pips for my seasoned traders, if I enter this market at 10 cents, because write this down, guess, you can trade as little as 10 cents. You can start a trading account with as little as $10. And from that $10, you can risk as little as 10 cents and you can grow that. So if I put 10 cents in this market, how much money did I make? From right here to right here.
$6.
$6.
$6. Perfect. If I put $1 in the market and the market went from right here to right here, how much money did I make?
60.
$600.
$600.
If I put $10 in the market, how much money did I make?
$600. $100.
Wow, from my phone. So imagine if you're at your job, right? Because 60% of the world works a job. That means that 60% of the people on this call, you work a job. Imagine if you're at your job And when your phone goes off, instead of it being a text message, it's somebody from this group right here that some of you guys are in. It's somebody from this group giving you a signal. Let's look for one. This is important. Because what we do, we support each other. We put motivation. We have prayer calls. We have all kind of stuff. So somebody from this group, look, I'm literally going through new members. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Because it's a community. But somebody from here, look, somebody posted their trading plan. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. This community is unmatched. So somebody goes, check this out. You can't make this up. Somebody goes, hey, what y'all think about this? Should I sell or wait? I don't know if y'all can see that. They say, should I sell or wait? And they posted their screen. They posted their chart so that they can get feedback from the community. So while you're working your job, all you have to be able to do is check your phone 2 to 3 times a day. Because maybe for some reason you don't have the time to learn what I just did. You don't have time to color a little bit and collect 60 pips. You don't have time for that. I get it. So can you check your phone 2 to 3 times a day while somebody else is doing it for you? Right? That's little stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you that all you should do is just rely on your community. But I want you to understand, write this down, the art of leverage. But at minimum, you want to learn this skill for yourself, because once you learn it, nobody can take it from you. Okay? So while you're at your job, you get a text message saying, hey, go get the bag. How many of y'all on this call will go do it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, cool.
Check my chart.
So a couple of y'all, perfect. So I'm only talking to you 3. This is serious. I'm only talking to you 3, right? So that's 60 pips. But what if we didn't go that far? What if you wanted to manage your risk? Even though you could have grabbed 60 pips right here, you have a rule. You're following, write this down, a trading plan. You're following a trading plan. And even though you knew it was going to jump up 60 pips, you're like, you know what? I only want 20 of those pips, right? So let's look for 20 pips. I'm going to go from this blue. I'm going to drag it up right here. Right here. This area is 20 pips. Look how high it went. But you manage your risk. You say, you know what? I know it's going to 60 pips, but I'm only going to go for 20. So you got in here and you got out here. And then when you looked at your phone afterwards, because it took you out to trade, because write this down. You can set your entry. You can tell it where to put you in. You can ask it to take you out, and you don't even see what goes on. You just put your 10 cents in, or your $1, or in this case, maybe you went in with $10. Watch this. Watch this. You went in with $10. 19.8 pips. How much money did you make? You put $10 in the market. How much money did you make?
$190.
Wow. In how many hours?
6 hours.
Wow. $200 from your phone in 6 hours. How many of you guys make $200 from your phone at your job? This is serious, right? So you don't need all of this. Sure, you can go the distance. I mean, it kept going, yeah. But you can get less. Whoa, what if you didn't go that high? I'm about to open up somebody's mind. Somebody's about to get this. What if you say, look, I don't even care about 20 pips. I'm about to open up somebody's mind. Somebody's about to get this. I just want to get 10 pips and dip. I just want to get 10 pips a day. Because write this down. You want to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you're gambling. You want to see how much you can get. It's not gambling when you know. If I know it's going to go 60 strong, and I just collect 10 pips at $10 a pip, how much money did I make?
$100.
$100.
$100.
Stop playing with this, because if you treat this like a hobby, it's going to pay you like one. All you need is 30 minutes to 3 hours a day, 2 hours every other day to just connect with your mentor, connect with your upline, connect with the person that exposed you to this. And if they're still learning how to trade, good. Connect with them and say, hey, let's spend 2 hours today and look at it together. This is so important, because 30 minutes to 3 hours a day, every day, is going to literally transform your life. But before you transform your life, you're going to have to transform your mindset. Because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Somebody on this call right now is looking at this saying, I can't do this. This is too hard. So they're going to come off this call. They're going to go back to what they've been doing, even though they're going to keep getting what they've been getting. Somebody's going to look at this and say, wow, you know what? I'm about to fire my boss and hire my phone. So that being said, real quick, I just want to open this up. Before I dive into some more trade talk, I want to open this up because not only can you learn this skill and get paid, listen, you got 3 options when you get started. I tell people all the time. You could either make money, that's a fact. You could either make money, right? Learn this skill, and once you learn, take the L off, and now you can earn. So you can either make money, right? You can make money, because guess what? You can share this platform. It's 100% optional, but you can get to a point where you're doing what I'm doing. Maybe you learn this skill, and you're like, oh my God, I've been making $1,000 a week consistently. I want to help somebody else do it. Maybe you'll go on your YouTube, and you'll just put that information out there for free like I did, and don't charge a dime. Maybe you want to expose people to the same education that's taking you from A to P. I don't know your life. Maybe you just want to put duct tape on your mouth and don't tell a soul. Listen, that's your prerogative. But if you're like me and you like to help people and you want to provide people with the fuel they need to live their best life, help people fuel their finances, you can share this information with people, and when they get started, it's going to bless them and the company's going to pay you. Once again, matter of fact, if you can hear my voice, just type optional in the chat. Just put optional. Because some people, we tell people this is optional and they feel like, man, why I gotta tell people? Why I gotta help people get started? You don't. I told you, you got 3 choices. You can make money, or you can do nothing. Because believe it or not, some people pay $225. They don't look at the education. They don't plug into the live trade calls. They don't show up to Taco Tuesdays. Right? They don't show up to the living room where we are literally renting out Airbnb mansions. And all we're saying is bring your computer and your laptop, get on this Wi-Fi, and let's vibe. Right? Because our community is about 3,500 deep, and we're in about 13 countries. Now, iMarkets Live, the school, they're operating in 130 countries and operating for 6 years and almost 100,000 people around the world. This is serious. So you have an international opportunity. You might know somebody in Japan. This is an international call. There are people from around the world on this call. So they don't have to be in your area code, right? But that's completely separate. I like to talk about that with people who are more interested. But just know that I told you, $225 to get started, $165 30 days later, so you can continue your subscription. So in 3 hours, you can complete the whole academy. So now you're making money. You're plugging in, you're making money, right? So $165 a month, $2,000 a year, and you learn how to make $2,000 every single day. Share it with 2 people, completely optional. But if you share it with 2 people, iMarkets Live completely waives your $165. I told you I would show you guys how to do it for free. As a matter of fact, if you're on this call and you can afford free, just drop a 7 in the chat. I just want to know who I'm talking to. If you could afford free, drop a 7 in the chat. Share it with 2 people, and you get this 100% free. This is powerful, because now you're talking about a one-time investment of $225. When was the last time you spent $225 and got a return from it? Because I know your gas bill didn't give you one. I know that electric bill didn't give you one, and I damn sure know those Jordans on your feet didn't give you one. And the last time, you're always sharing things with people. You hear a song you're like, yo, have you heard the new Nipsey? Oh my God, you heard the new Cardi B song? How much money has Cardi and Nipsey paid you? But you're doing free endorsement. This is important. So imagine if you actually gave someone some value that can take them from A to P, and on top of that, they paid you for it. 1, they give you a free subscription. After that, share it with 3 people, optional. If you say you're gonna keep going, you share it with 3 people, they pay you $150 a month. This is residual. This is ongoing. Okay? This is important. Because now, maybe you learn this skill, and even though you might have $10 in your own bank account that you can start an account with, maybe you go, you know what? I don't want to spend my money. Maybe you take the $150 that iMarkets Live pays you, and you take that money and you put it in the market and you grow it. Whoo, somebody's going to catch this. That's what we call trading with OPM, which is other people's money. So you paid $225. You shared it with 2 people. Got a free subscription, right? Now you said, oh my God, let me share it with somebody else. You share it with somebody else. iMarkets Live is paying you $150 a month. Instead of going back in your bank account and taking another $10 to start an account, you took $20 from the $150 they gave you and you put that in an account. And you grow that 20 to 2,000. Somebody's going to get that. And I'm so glad you did because I'm happy to run with you. All right. But that being said, once your 3 becomes 12, whether you stop at 3, you can tell 3 people and your 3 people turn into 12 people. Or maybe you're just so hungry, like, listen, I got to tell the world. However it happens, when your 3 tells 3 and now you have 12, now iMarkets Live calls you a Platinum 600 and they're going to pay you $600 a month. Residual. So 12 people and now you're paying your rent. 12 people and now that's a car note. Literally, you could tell 12 people and you could be driving. I used to work for BMW, right? Before I started doing what I was doing now, I worked in the automotive. All right, I was making 6 figures by the time I was 20. But check this out. I was broke. Every 2 weeks, I was still living check to check. So I'm not saying that to brag because I knew I had to change something. And one of the first things I changed was the voices I listened to. But this is so important because if I knew I could take my 6-figure salary and I could take 10 cents out of that and grow it, life would be so much different a lot sooner. So I'm glad that I took this information that I'm sharing with y'all and I took it serious and I applied it. God, I'm telling you, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for your ear, but understand how powerful this is. All right? Your 12 becomes 30. Now they pay you $1,000 a month. And it keeps going. Your 30 becomes 75. They pay you $2,000 a month. Your 75 becomes 225. They pay you $5,000 a month. And it keeps going. This is 100% optional. You can learn the skill and trade. While you're learning it, you could be telling people. When people get started, it's going to pay you. That's multiple streams of income in one package. Thank you, God. Right? So I'm going to open this call up real quick for just questions. If you have any questions about the education, I didn't really talk about much of our tools other than the IML Academy, which is watching videos, but we got different tools to help you earn, different tools to help you learn, including a scanner that scans the market for you and does everything for you. We have all that, right? But at minimum, you want to learn this for yourself. But what questions do you have on the Academy? What questions do you have on sharing the platform? Let's talk about that real quick, and then we're going to go back to the charts and see what questions you might have on trading. No question is a stupid question, by the way, either. So the mic is yours.
I have 2 questions. Can you talk about the harmonic scanner, and can you also talk about like stop loss and how to like manage risk?
Yes, definitely. I will. But real quick, before we dive into that, because I definitely want to show the harmonic scanner. I'm glad you mentioned that. But before we dive into that, do we have any questions on the actual education itself or on sharing the platform, getting paid for sharing it? Any questions about iMarkets Live? Okay, perfect. So everybody on this call understands about iMarkets Live. You understand the opportunity. Let me ask you this. Since nobody has a question, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Does anybody on this call see a way that they cannot win with TradeNation iMarkets Live? Does anybody see a way that they cannot win? I'm just having a conversation. Like, don't let me tell you, oh man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Yes. Yes, you can lose money as well. So I'm glad that Anisha just asked. She wants to know about stop loss and managing risk. That's important, right? But does anybody see a way that they cannot win with iMarkets Live? Just curious.
No.
Oh, and the option to learn with the fake money is good as well. So that way you can learn, you can get a trade plan. So yeah, if you could talk about that would be cool.
Okay, perfect. All right. So since you guys don't have any questions just yet, let me ask you guys this. Who can tell me, just give me how long you've been in, just say your name, how long you've been in, and maybe something you've experienced. Just tell me something, maybe your favorite product or whether it's the education, the scanner, swipe trade, just something, the community. What did you like most and what have you learned? And maybe if you've made any money, right? You have the mic, the floor is yours.
Good night. My name is Oral. I'm from Jamaica. My favorite product is the IML TV because there are different educators that you can follow along with that teaching you how to trade and gives you strategies. They also show you setups that they're looking at that you can follow along and make money. Yeah, I have made some money. I've also lost some because, I wasn't really following certain risk management, but overall, IML is a great place to get involved with. There's also the groups, the WhatsApp groups that you're involved with TradeNation. It's a wonderful place. It's a friendly environment.
Again, Atlanta. I like Trade Nation. The energy is really great. Taco Tuesdays are really great. It's great to see so many people with good energy, and the vibes in the WhatsApp is really good. To see the trade signals and a lot of motivation, the four agreements, a lot of sharing of good information and motivation to keep you on the right track. And I've been in it now for 3 weeks, and it just caused me to make a lot of big changes in my life for the better. So I really like it, and I would recommend it for anybody that I care about. So it's really good.
That's awesome. Awesome. So we're talking about IML TV. We're talking about Taco Tuesdays, which is a live event that we're doing around the nation. Every Tuesday, we feed our guests tacos. We give them education, and we talk about mindset. We give them motivation so they can literally have the tools they need to be successful with this platform. But IML TV is a platform, I didn't talk about it, but it's how you can plug in with live traders who can consistently profit from the market, right? Hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of dollars a day consistently. You can plug in with them, and they're pouring into you. They're teaching you exactly how they're doing, and they're mentoring you along the way. All right. So that's just a couple of testimonies. What I'm sharing right now is the harmonic scanner. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So this is the harmonic scanner. All right. When you pay $225, you have access to this, right? You go to harmonicscanner.com or imlharmonicscanner.com. You log in with your same IML login, and it puts you right in. It looks like this. Now you guys can see right away that this looks a lot different from the plain Jane website, right? So this is the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Let's go to, what time frame am I on? I'm on the, oops. All right, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So let's go to the 1 hour. I want you guys to see this, right? So this is what it looks like, plain Jane. Let's clear this off, remove all drawing tools, right? This is what the market looks like, plain Jane, right? When I put the scanner on top of it, this is the same market, right? This is it right here. All right, looks a little different because I got Haki Nashi candles. Let's make it look the same. All right, 1 hour, 1 hour. Oh, sorry, USD. Oh, I'm on GPB, JPY. Let's go to that. My bad. GPB, JPY. Perfect. So we're on a 1 hour time frame. All right, that looks better. You guys see that, right? See, that's the same thing. See this pattern? This is what iMarket's live scanner. This is what tradingview.com, open to the public. Anybody can use it. This is so powerful. Why is it powerful? Well, when you're looking at the market by yourself, you have to put all your lines on there yourself. You have to mark it up. You learn how to do that. And that's great and that's dandy. But while you're learning and you don't understand much, well, guess what? Use the scanner. Because even though you can do the same things, you can still mark your trend lines. You can still do all of that if you want. Or you can just do what the scanner is telling you to do. Now notice, way over here, it says entry. It says take profit. Actually, it says TP. It says TP 1, 2, and 3. That stands for take profit 1, 2, and 3. You just choose which one you want. So even if you don't know anything, even if you just started 2 hours ago, like somebody on this call did, what do you think entry means? Let me just hear it from a new voice. What do you think entry means?
That's when you buy in.
Perfect. Well, that's where you enter. In this case, I'm glad you said that. You said buy in. In this case, the market is going down. So what we're going to be looking to do is sell. We're not going to buy. If you buy, you're going to be losing money. So we're going to be looking to sell. But great call, great answer. Right? So this is saying enter. And notice, look, TP is below the entry. That's how I know it's a sell. Because it's telling me to take profit below where I get in at. That's how I know this is a sell. This is a sell opportunity. And look what happened. The harmonic scanner told us back on July 1st, right? It said to sell. And it said take your profit here. Guys, look what happened. Do you guys see that the scanner said to get money and it gave it to me? Do you guys see that?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So a lot of times people say, hey, you know, I need help. I like to learn this before 30 days come and I have to pay my 165. Perfect. Well, let's talk about how to get that. I'm glad you said that. Look, this thing went all the way to take profit 3. Let's see how many pips that is. PB, JPY, we only go over to the, we only go to the second decimal. Oh man, I showed you guys how to measure pips. I didn't show you guys how to calculate pips manually. We'll do that another time because I'm just cheating, right? I'm just cheating. I'm using our tools, all right? I'm using our tools. But literally going from here to here. As a matter of fact, why don't we do that? It won't hurt. So we got in. There's that brat, by the way. Don't let that face fool you. I want to pull my calculator up. You know, I'm going to use my phone. You guys can follow along with me. I'm going to type in 1.37, excuse me, 137.695. 137.695. And I'm going to subtract. That's where I got in. I'm going to subtract take profit 3, which is 135.809. When I subtract this from this, doesn't matter which number's first, it doesn't matter. When I subtract that,
210 pips.
I get how much?
210.
I got 210. I didn't come up with that, but I'm gonna do it again. 137,695. It's all good. Let me do it again. 137,695 minus 135,809. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't come up with that. 1, 2. And we move a decimal over 2 times to the right. All right. Move our decimal over 2 times to the right. Anybody calculating pips with me? No? All right, perfect. Then I'm not going to tell you the answer. That'll be your homework for next time.
You tell us the answer.
That'll be your homework for next time. It says it right here, but this looks different from the last pair, and I want you guys to be able to see it. But either way, here's what I want you to know. That you can make a monthly subscription right here from this one trade. How about that?
189.
How about that? Let's just go with that, okay? If you put $1 in the market and you followed this that said, hey, enter here and get out here, you made your monthly subscription and however long it took. Let's see how long that took, as a matter of fact. So from here to here. Look, it says 1 day and 21 hours. I can't make this up. Oh, my God. So that means in a day and a half, or excuse me, 2 days. In a day and 24 hours. Let's just call that 2 days. In 2 days, you made your monthly subscription. Now you can get that out your mind, and now you can focus. Thank you, Marky, for showing me that. You're welcome. So that's the harmonic scanner. All right? That's literally simply following this tool that's 90% accurate. 90% accurate. What does that mean? That means if I place 100 trades with this scanner, I'm going to lose 10 trades. If I place 100 trades with this scanner, I'm going to lose 10. Who's okay with that ratio?
Me.
Yes, sir.
So you
Absolutely.
use the tools. Not only can you use the academy, you can use us at Taco Tuesday. You can use me, call me. If you're in the WhatsApp group, you got my contact. I'm open to everyone. You can use the harmonic scanner. You can use your own brain, because the best real estate you can invest in is the one between your ears. So you can use your own brain, get the skill, apply it, and let's get paid. So that being said, listen, there's 3 types of people on this call. The first type of person, the A type, the whole time we were on this call, we've been on this call for over an hour. You're still here. I'm not sure why you wasted your time, because the whole time I'm talking, you're like, man, this is a scam. This ain't for me. Listen, I'm sorry I wasted your time. The B type, you was a little skeptical. But you heard something. You heard something that, you know what? You like, listen, you was a little skeptical, but you heard $7 trillion a day. You heard the fact that you can take your phone and go from A to P. You heard something. Maybe it was the scanner I just showed you. Now you just have a couple of questions. Once you get your questions answered, you're ready to get started. And then you got the C type. The C type is like, bro, I got my 225. All you had to do is tell me you was going to help me, and I'm ready. And we'll see you at the bank and the beach. Just make sure you get back with the person that invited you to this call. Let them know you either have questions if you don't ask them right now, or just let them know you're ready to get started. And I'll see you at the bank of the beach. So that being said, y'all be blessed. I love y'all. Peace.